Hi everyone, this is Ina Coveney, your salary replacement expert. And today we're going to tackle a topic that is really on everybody's mind, on every new business owner's mind, which is how do I raise my prices? Okay, I'm just going to tell you a brief story of how I did it. Okay, and it's going to be no surprise to anyone because I say this all the time, but I got myself a really good coach who challenged me to do it. I'm telling you right now, if I had not signed up for my coach a year ago, I would still be charging pennies for something that is worth hundreds and thousands of dollars right now. I would not be able to replace my salary on what I thought my services were worth back then. I had a mentor who really helped me push through the limits. Now, I'm assuming here that you may not have a mentor that is helping you do this. Okay, so what I want to give you is 5 pieces of advice that you should always keep in your mind. And actually, this doesn't work unless you actually do it. Okay, remember that. The advice that I give you, it's worth nothing in your pocket. You have to actually take action on these things. All right. So this is what I wanted to do. First of all, I wanted to tell you something that may not be first and foremost or front of mind for you right now, but it's gotta be before I dive into these 5 steps to increase your prices. You gotta know this and you gotta know it for a fact. There is someone out there willing to pay that price for you. Okay? Maybe you think of yourself as your ideal client and you are saying to yourself, I would never pay this much to work with me, right? I want to tell you that that is completely irrelevant to your prices. Your personal feelings about what you would pay for have nothing to do with what others are willing to pay to work with an expert like you. Okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. Now, I'm not just saying that to say like, hey, anybody can just go out there and charge $10,000 without really having the value behind it. That is called a scam. And sometimes when we raise our prices, we feel like we're scamming people, but that has nothing to do with the value that we're offering. It has more to do with our mindset around it. So I'm going to tell you right now that if you're looking to get rich quick and you're looking for me to tell you, hey, you don't really need to offer that much to be making $10,000 per client, that is insane. I would never say that. And I would discourage you. I would tell you to basically unsubscribe from my YouTube channel and podcast if that's how you feel. I am here to help people who have an actual value to provide get it for the price that it's worth in the market. Okay? And I'm going to tell you right now that most of you out there, number 1, don't know what you're worth in the market. And number 2, you don't think there's a market out there. You think the market is saturated. You think this would never work. Those are the things stopping you, not the fact that there may not be people out there looking for you, because there are. So you got to believe that. It's almost like the concept that if there are so many stars and planets in the whole universe and the universe is so expansive, right? If the universe is so big, it's really hard to believe that Earth is the only place that was capable of creating intelligent life, right? That's how I believe it, right? I don't necessarily think that aliens have visited us. It kind of gets into a completely different topic. But I do believe that the universe is big enough that it would be extremely rare, by definition, that Earth is the only planet with life. There's got to be other planets with life out there, right? So it's the same thing. There are so many people in the world. So many people in the world with different stages of economic status, with different stages in their business, different stages of readiness to work with you. You just got to find those people who are. It's not a matter of whether they exist or not. They exist. And you got to believe that. If you think they don't exist, maybe you're thinking of the wrong audience. I can tell you right now that I've talked to people who are not ready to pay my prices. They think it's crazy. They ask me, who do you think you are? Right? But then I have people who, when I get on a call with them and I tell them my price, they don't even blink an eye. They say, that's what I figured. When do we get started? So as you can see, my people are out there. People who are ready and who are happy to invest this money, this hard-earned money that they have in their hands, to spend it with me. right? To come and invest in what I have to offer. And they're happy at the end. They're so glad that they did. But then there's also other people who are just not ready for me, who are not going to pay my prices right now. And that is okay. That's not proof that my people are not out there. My people are out there. I just have to find them. You got to believe that about your offer. That's step one. Actually, no, I'm going to get into the 5 steps. That's not the first step. That's kind of like a prerequisite to you getting into these 5 steps and actually being successful. Okay? Number 1 is believing that your clients are out there. Okay? Once you believe that, if I have convinced you with the whole aliens in the universe comparison, right? There's got to be another Earth out there, right? There's got to be people who are willing to pay you, who need you in the whole world, in the billions of people in the world. There's somebody out there for you. Just got to find them. Okay? Once you believe that, you can dive into these. Okay. So here are 5 steps to raising your prices. Number 1, know the market value for what you're offering. Okay? What does that mean? Is that I want to know the people who want to work with me, how much have they paid to work with coaches in the past? How much did they pay to get their website done? If there are other coaching programs out there, how much are they worth? And what is their format, right? I have signed up for programs like that so I know how much to charge for something that is similar to that. How many people were enrolled in that program? What kind of coaching did the coach do? What were the supporting materials that came with it? How long did the program run for? Right? I know all of that because I have signed up for those things myself. So to take care of step number one, you have to sign up for other people's stuff, right? You got to know what people are charging for this. You can run market research interviews with people who need you and people who have worked with those people and ask them, hey, how much did they charge you for what? What was included in that? Okay? Sign up for the programs yourself. Ask people what they've paid. Follow the people who are doing launches and find out what their prices are. Okay? But you got to know what those ranges are so you know where you're playing in the marketplace. Number 2, you need to set up in your mind your walk-away point. Okay? Suppose that I'm having a negotiation with someone who wants me to make their website, or somebody who needs help with their freebie, setting it up on MailChimp, right? And they want to pay me a certain amount. I know what my time is worth, right? I know that I charge this much for hourly work. All right? So if they come back and telling me that they want to pay me half of it, or 3/4 of it, or 25% of it, I'm going to say no. I know what my time is worth. That time that I'm going to be spending doing this stuff for you is not worth it for me. I could just be working on my launch and making my products better to charge more on my other products. So no, I don't need this. I can't do it that way. So you got to know what your walk-away line is, all right? Because if you don't, and you just say yes to whatever comes your way, right? You may end up resenting that. Okay, you may end up in a place that, wow, this was just not worth it. And if it feels that way when you first start the project, what are the chances that through the ups and downs and the tribulations of a project, you're going to start to feel better about it? You're just going to start to feel worse and worse. You're just going to keep telling yourself, I didn't even want to work in this project. I didn't want to even charge you this little for this. I should be charging so much more for this. Those are the feelings that are going to come up. So why put yourself through that? Okay, now that's different than taking work for the testimonial or for the experience. You're getting something out of it. So you don't have an excuse to say, oh my God, I didn't even want this. No, you say to yourself, I knew this was going to happen. It's great experience. I'm going to push through. I'm going to do everything the client asks me to do, and I'm going to get a great testimonial, a great referral after. Okay? That's different. If you're starting out, you should be doing some of that work. All right? But if you're looking to raise your prices, chances are that you already have clients. Be ready to just walk away from that deal. It's just not worth it. Don't do it. Number 3, get comfortable offering that new price. So what is going to be your new price? Once you have your walk away line set up, right? You say, I'm not going to charge any less than $75 an hour. $75 an hour is what my time is worth, right? I want you to double it to $150 an hour. and immediately the thoughts rushing through your head telling you nobody's ever going to pay me for that, I want you to go back to the prerequisite for the stock, right? Go back to, well, maybe the clients I've been working with that pay me $75 an hour, maybe they wouldn't pay me $150. But there are other clients out there who would. Start finding those people, okay? And if you still don't feel comfortable with 150, because people can smell it. If you're desperate, if it's not jiving with you, charging 150, people will smell it. And if you're not comfortable with your prices, neither will they. So I suggest that you find a happy medium, a price that you're really comfortable selling it for. Maybe you compromise at $100 an hour. And once you start to get several yeses out of that 100, start to move it up to 150, okay? Until you're there. And once you're there, you listen to this podcast all over again and you start from the top. How can I charge more? Okay, so for number 1, we had know what the market value is for what you offer. Number 2, set your walk-away price. Number 3, double your walk-away price. Find the happy medium that you're comfortable selling and start to feel comfortable offering that price. Step 4, as soon as someone says yes, you have found a price that is marketable. Congratulations. Go out and keep offering that price. And once you really realize that, wow, I am getting a completely different kind of client, they're saying yes like it's no problem, you're going to immediately get the confidence to go up higher, to go 120 an hour. Then you start offering 120 an hour, and then you realize there are people out there who want to pay me this. I'm going up again, 150. Let's see who I get. You'll get a completely different kind of client that was willing to pay 100 versus the one that was willing to pay 150. Okay? And then you just keep going from there. Finally, number 5, keep thinking of ways to make your offer better. Offer bonuses. Offer premium packages. Offer additional help, additional touch points, additional personal attention, additional materials, connections. Always be thinking of something to sweeten the deal, because it's not going to take long for people to realize that they can get the same thing you're offering for $75 an hour from somebody else. You got to continue to think of ways to increase the value of what you offer. Okay? And if you keep doing that, increase the value, increase the price, increase the value, increase the price, you're going to make it to the top of the market very, very soon. So basically, that's the advice that I had for you on how to charge more. And I'm going to tell you something right now. This is all fine and good. And someday you're going to remember that you listened to the Trailblazing Out of Corporate Life podcast with Ina Coveney, and she said these steps and you thought they made a lot of sense. But I'm going to tell you something. If I was you, if I was listening to this list and like, okay, that makes sense, I don't think I would do it, because the only way that I was able to really break out of this pattern is by having someone out there who believed in me, who told me for sure that I was undervaluing my services and who was helping me think through this in a really logical, rational, and also abundant way. Right? And the only person who was able to do that was my coach and mentor. So if you don't have somebody out there who believes in you, this process, as simple as I'm making it sound, I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy. It's not easy to break through this. It's something that we all struggle, no matter what stage we are in our business. We all struggle with charging more. We all do it. It doesn't matter where we are. So if you don't have a mentor or a coach yet, I strongly suggest that you get yourself one, because that's the only way to really keep moving things forward and to not let things fall through the cracks. So to that end, I want you to stay tuned, because in April, I'm opening the doors to my Be Found program. In the Be Found program, I'm going to guide you through how to make sure that you're positioned well in the market, for you to really understand what your offer is and who you're giving it to, so that we can create your freebie, which is a digital product that you give out there to start building your mailing list, and your website. We're going to get that website done and completed. Okay, so stay tuned. In April, I'm going to talk more about that. I'm going to tell you what is included. I'm going to tell you what the price is. Everything is happening in April, so stay tuned. If you want to hear more or you want to get more trainings, go to the Facebook group. inacoveney.com/Facebook will get you in there, but you have to spell Coveney right. It ends in EY. Get you in there. One of the questions to join the group is, hey, do you want to get my salary replacement 1-year roadmap? You say yes, you give me your email address, and I send it to you right away. And that way you're in the emails and you're going to be the first to hear when the early bird starts. And I'm going to give you a pro tip right now. The best deals to work with me and to work in my programs is to sign up on the early bird. That's the best deal that I ever offer, is people who sign up right away. So stay tuned for that. Keep an eye open for that. Okay? That's basically what I had for you. Really short and sweet one today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Yay, thank you for watching. If you like that video, remember to subscribe right here to get notified of new episodes, and don't miss the podcast version, Trailblazing Out of Corporate Life. Go look it up and subscribe. I'll see you later.